Hi, this is Ryan and Scott, and you are listening to SydeControl Radio.
How's everyone doing out there, huh?
Pretty good. This is actually our first show. We actually have a pilot show. Should be up, I don't know. We had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we got some friends who don't really want to help out.
Yeah.
We're learning on
If
the
they were
fly.
MMA fighters, they would be Poop Dick of the Week, for sure.
But,
All right. Take us to our opening segment, Scott.
yeah, a lot going on this week. So, first off, we'll talk about the good WEC show. Kind of a shocker.
I thought it was good. I heard on the forums people thought it was a gay show. I thought it was good.
I
wasn't shocked. I called Mike Brown winning that fight. I saw a knockout. He was a big, powerful guy, and the guy's got a lot of credentials. He's been around for a long time.
Yeah, I didn't see Faber going down, but,
You know, he does have that nice, big butt chin of a rock-hard chin, like, remember if on Me, Myself, and Irene, where they give him the big, hard rock chin. I didn't think he would go down with that big, beautiful chin.
Well, I don't know why he threw that stupid flying elbow.
That was a horrible move.
He got desperate, and he overreacted. It was a late stoppage, I thought it.
You know what? I thought so, too. You took some pretty unanswered punches.
But he is the pretty boy. He is the one. So
congratulations, Mike Brown. You, Leonard Garcia, should be a good fight. Now, a fight that was really weird, Paulo Filho versus Channel Sonnen.
Yeah, that guy.
I did not know who he was talking to. It was like he's probably the kid off The Sixth Sense.
He wasn't talking to anybody. He was hallucinating.
Seeing dead people, or maybe he had a whole thing of paint thinner he was sniffing. He was sniffing glue before the fight, I think.
He was doing some kind of drugs.
Yeah, he was definitely not all there.
I would be surprised if he passed the drug test as stepping out. I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't heard anything about it, but I imagine they're going to do one. The Florida State Commission there is pretty tough on that.
Especially after watching that, you have to.
Yeah, the guy was literally looking in another screen, you know?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy stuff. So, I don't know. That was a boring, bad, horrible fight.
Horrible fight.
I don't know if I kind of got the vibe that Chael Sonnen knew what was up, and he felt bad. It seemed like he was letting up.
Yeah, he was. I don't know. I mean, when
it doesn't hurt. It doesn't help his career to let up.
He was talking to his imaginary friend. Like I say, he might have been, sniffing glue in the parking lot before, the event. I don't know what the hell he was.
Well, everyone's aware of the issues before. I don't think he's clearly overcome them.
He was in no condition whatsoever to be fighting.
No. The guy, too, it's a shame. He's got a pretty, undefeated record going in, and he just wasted it. Didn't even come to fight. Pretty sad, I'd say. So.
Oh, really? Yeah. I don't know. What are you going to... All in all, though, the thing that I was really disappointed in, even got fight of the night, and it was the fight that I was looking most forward to, was Rob McCullough versus Donald Cerrone. It got fight of the night awards.
It didn't air, did it?
Didn't air. They decided at the last minute to go with one of the two newbie fights, which was actually a really good fight as well.
8-second fight?
No, it was I couldn't remember. It was the first fight of the night. It went all 3 rounds. It was a pretty decent fight.
Yeah, my DVR told me it didn't start till 8, so I turned it on in the middle of the Garcia Pulver fight.
Yeah, if you had that same problem, write to www.sydecontrol@gmail.com. I think everyone had that problem. It was it's kind of ridiculous. I had my TV set. I'm all excited. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm just gonna have to watch the rerun of The Ultimate Fighter, and I don't know, just it was a good night Wednesday night. On another thing with Wednesday night, Scott refuses to watch this episode, which I'm sure most of America saw it. The piss in the fruit tray.
Yeah, that's just a little too much.
I thought it was funny. When it happened, I definitely wouldn't be happy eating 5 different guys' piss, but, it was funny they didn't know, and it's so juicy. But the part that I found a little grotesque for even my taste, and I'm a pretty, out there guy, was when the guy, had a special semen sauce on the sushi.
Yeah, that's going across the line. You don't mess with people's food.
But you know what? In all fairness, it was their food, and they were stealing their food. So,
I listened to some interview at some station with Matt Serra the other day, and he was just like, if I was in that house, I'd kill somebody because I'm not putting up with those senseless pranks. And, I can kind of understand. I wouldn't want to be. Yeah,
you're you're there to fight. Obviously, it is a TV show. You're there to make ratings, but, the main reason here, you're there to fight, and you're there to get better as a fighter. And that's, basically that.
The thing is you don't want the other seasons copying this one and just being a big prank war, because eventually you're going to have fights, and you're going to ruin the whole show.
Yeah, that is true. You know, or you get douchebags like Junie, and I mean, you know, it's just
Yeah, well, there's always been in every season that guy that just wants to get his camera time, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's to be expected.
It is. You know, it's every you know, but Junie's definitely probably one of the worst I've seen.
I unfortunately didn't get to catch it, but I heard that Nover looked pretty good.
He did. Had a quick knockout. I wouldn't say the next Anderson Silva by any means, but I mean, yeah, he looked really good. Quick victory. It was a good fight.
Good. It's about time some Ultimate Fighter guys coming out again that look for real. I mean,
Yeah, you know, we haven't seen a really top contender in the well, you know, Nate Diaz looks pretty good, but
yeah, Diaz does. But that last one, you know, we'll see. Amir Sadala, you know, let's see.
It was almost like they did an amateur version of that one. Not a lot of guys had a lot of fights in that show.
Yeah, that one, just overall, not my favorite season.
And I was really excited, too, because Forrest Griffin and Rampage are, like, one of the two biggest characters in the UFC. And to get both of those, I thought that was just a comedic, you know, performance by both of them. I'm, like, so excited. And it was one of the, probably the worst Ultimate Fighter series I've ever seen. By far.
It wasn't very
It was
good.
even worse than number 4. And, you know, number 4 kind of sucked.
Yeah, did you see Dana White on the new Ultimate Fighter? Upset? He doesn't like the USA versus UK.
I really wouldn't like that either, though. I don't blame him. I think it should go to the best fighter.
Absolutely.
And we're not wrestling. We don't root for the country. We root for the fighter. You know, it's how he acts himself.
It's not the Olympics.
Yeah, it's not the Olympics or wrestling. It's how he acts inside and outside the ring. And that's why a person like GSP gets cheered over someone like Matt Hughes.
Yeah. Even in his hometown, probably.
Yeah. Matt Hughes.
You look for the personalities in MMA and not so much country. Even boxing, I don't think is really, unless you got a Floyd Mayweather. But
yeah,
that's a whole different subject. But I don't agree.
But you know what? Of course, I was rooting for Ricky Hatton until they booed the American flag.
Yeah.
The national anthem. I thought that was a little ridiculous. And you know, I'm not one of those redneck, heart-loving, you know, hold my gun, you know, type of people, but country loving people. But, you know, I do respect my country, and I do believe we live in the greatest country in the world.
Well, I'm not looking forward to that season at all anyways. What's it going to be? Michael Bisping and either Dan Henderson?
Yeah, it's going to be running and wrestling. So it's really not too much, you know, to see. But, you know, like I said, Matt Hughes is, you know, I thought everything he'll coach again?
No, Matt Hughes is pretty much done unless they do a Legends series at some point.
Yeah, that would be crazy if they did do like an Ultimate Fighter with like all legend fighters.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying just like coaches. I don't know.
They might. I don't know. Speaking of Matt Hughes, he's got a little attention here this past week. I guess wore a racist T-shirt.
I saw that. He wasn't wearing it. He held it up.
Oh, he held it up. I personally don't see the big deal. It's I'm sure he didn't know about it. Obviously, he's a country boy. He comes from a small town. Probably not a lot of minorities in his part of town.
Well, and when you look at it and it says white boy, you don't think that it's an anti-black thing or anything like that.
I don't
You
see
just
it.
think,
Yeah, I mean, if Rampage wore something like black boy, I wouldn't take offense to that. So I don't think anyone else really should.
no, I mean, I know they're making a big deal out of it, and I know that Matt Hughes people I read contacted the website and told them to take down the picture. They have a picture of him holding it up.
Yeah.
And they told them to take it down and they'll take legal action. So they're doing what they can. I think he just made a mistake, didn't pay attention. He'll be a lot more.
It's not a big
aware.
deal. I think it's
The
not.
unfortunate part is in the future he'll probably be a lot more aware and unwilling, and that kind of hurts us, you know, as we're people that want to, you know, get people with our T-shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it kind of hurts us. So
Hughes, we don't know if we're gonna let you hold our T-shirt.
we did meet Matt Hughes.
We did meet Matt Hughes.
Pretty nice guy.
He was all right. You know what? I was had a toss up who I was going to root for the Sarah and Hughes, but Sarah was the man. I mean, when we got to meet Sarah, he was
and you
cool.
listen to his radio interviews. Matt Sarah's just a down to earth guy.
He's funny.
It
My girlfriend actually loves Matt Sarah. She's not a big fan of fighting, but for some reason she likes Matt Sarah.
It does get a little annoying though with the, you know,
She likes that Italian.
he fights
wiener.
once a year and he's got a mouth larger than, I don't know, but
Yeah.
he definitely can get overbearing.
I could see why people and women would like him. He gets me creamy, you know, when I hear his little nice Italian voice.
Yeah. You just see that little man on the other side of the line. Or if you
Yeah, I was amazed. Actually,